Hello everyone, this is the Horror Man, and I'm going to be doing a Scream review from 1996. Yes, Scream. Wes Craven's Scream, as a matter of fact. Not the TV show. Never watched the TV show, never got into it. I don't think it looks that good with the mask and everything, but hey, it could be good. I don't know. Maybe. I don't care though, because I'm never going to watch it. So, I just bought a microphone online today, and this will probably be the last review I'm going to do with an iPhone. Yes, I use an iPhone to do reviews. I put my iPhone in my Iron Man sock I have, and it works fine. You know, iPhones have good microphones in them. So I just want to say that I bought forgot the name of the mic. It's really good for being as cheap as it is. Anyways, I'm gonna get this started. Scream is one of my favorite horror movies, even though it's not too much of a horror movie. It's more of a slasher drama / comedy, kind of. I'll get into that kind of stuff. I want to start off my review with the cons. Cons actually, with the parentheses S, because I only have one, and there could be one on the way as I'm talking. The one that I have for the movie, because I love this movie. I've only one con listed here, and it's not so much horror. And like I said, I put / comedy. This movie isn't scary. This movie, if I watched this when I was 6, I wouldn't be scared by it. Okay, I watched it when I was like 5 or 6. That scared the shit out of me, because clowns were fucking scary to me when I was little. Now they're not, but like, if I saw this when I was 6 years old, I wouldn't think it's that scary. And I watched this for the first time when I was like 10 years old, and I didn't think it was scary at that time, so I'm sure it wouldn't be scary back when I was 6. I grew up watching Halloween, and that freaked the shit out of me. Scream is just not so much of a horror movie. I'm not saying that's like a bad con. I'm just saying if it's in the horror genre, it should be horror instead of more drama and comedy as it is being perceived by me. So with those cons, or that con, I'm gonna get to the pros. And the first pro I have is the opening scene, and it starts off with the phone ringing, and Casey Becker answers the phone, and she's like, "Oh, yo, hey, what's up?" And then the guy's like, "Hey, I'm the fucking Scream guy." She's like, "Okay," and then she hangs up, and then get calls back, and then they start up a conversation, and then he gets to the trivia part to see if she would be alive, and it's just really intense. It starts off very, very slow and very nice. Like, if that guy was to call me, I'd be creeped out, but I would also like probably answer the guy's questions, because I love horror films and I love to do horror trivia. I'd probably win though. Like, they'd probably keep me alive. She knew it started getting serious when her boyfriend was outside tied up. He was about to get gutted, and which he ended up getting gutted, and now she knew this is the real shit. So she just basically tried to survive, but clearly she couldn't, and she got hung up on a tree. I think it was by her intestines, but it could have been a rope, but her intestines were hanging out or something. Anyways, it was just cool. I love gore like that. Not scary though, but definitely cool to watch. My second pro are the characters and how they know the cliche of horror movies. I love how Wes Craven directed that into this, because he knew the horror movie genre was dying. Like, Freddy was dead. Simple as that. He put it as a movie title anyway, Freddy's dead. These characters knew how horror movies react, what to do in a horror movie, so they were smart characters. They weren't that dumb. Except there's a couple characters in this movie that were dumb, like Tatum. Like, she's a breasted girl, but hey, you gotta have one of those in every movie. Sydney was smart and dumb at the same time. Randy was probably the most smart. Billy was kind of smart too. Didn't end up going his way. Stu was a dumbass, but he was my favorite character in the whole movie. I have no problem with any of the characters. Besides Liev Schreiber's character, Cottonware, even though he doesn't talk in this one, I hate Liev Schreiber so much. I have just something against him. It's not with the movie or anything, but whenever I see him in a movie, I just get mad. My next pro are the kills. The kills in this movie are pretty good too, and they're very creative. Like I said in the beginning, the opening scene when Casey dies, she gets hung up by the intestines, and her intestines are hanging out. Shit. Tatum's death, where she's in the garage, and she gets stuck in the door, and then Ghostface pushes the button for the garage to go back up. She gets stuck up there, and she gets squashed, and it is just fantastic. I love it. It probably is the best death in the whole movie. Kenny's death, how simple it is. I just like it. He just walks out, tries to help out Sydney, and he gets his neck slit. It's just kind of sad to see, because Kenny was just a big old fat guy. He just wanted to help out. Billy's death, too. I like how they killed him, and then he came back to life. they shot him in the head just to finish it off. That was a good kill. So overall, the kills were great. My other pro is the new take on the genre. Yes, I kind of said this before, how Wes Craven, did this because he wanted to reshape the whole thing, and he did a good job at it, but then it started off a whole new thing of horror movies that weren't good in my opinion. Like, I Know What You Did Last Summer, I don't really like that movie. Beat me if you want to, I don't care. But yeah, he started off, he wanted to do something good with it, but where people took it, it just was bad. I guess that could be also in the con, but in his take, in his idea, it would be a pro, because Scream was a good movie. My next pro is the theme song. I'm a crazy guy. I like to listen to horror movie theme songs just on my free time, and I get like goosebumps listening to them. Not because I'm like scared or anything. It's like goosebumps because it just sounds so good. I love listening to horror movie music because it gets me in the mood for Halloween, because Halloween's my favorite holiday and my favorite horror movie. Even though, these theme songs don't have anything to do with the movie Halloween, but I can't really explain how it goes because theme songs in horror movies aren't usually sung. I haven't really heard one that does that. It's just instruments and maybe synths in some way. This one is a very just like easy tune. It's probably would make the movie scarier, honestly. That because the movie, like I said, is kind of like a comedy drama type thing. This theme song was keeping it scary. Just go listen to it. And my final pro is the comedy. I love all the funniness to this movie. I love Stu's character. He always made me laugh, even though he was the killer in the end. Oops, spoiler. I love it. I love when Stu was on this. He made the movie so much better. Even though the movie was already good, he made it even greater. And Randy was a fun character. He knew what was going on. That scene where it looks like a Friends intro when they're outside talking by that fountain, he's very funny. Both of them are very funny people. Henry Winkler, he's a funny guy as the principal. Kind of an asshole at some points, but hey, he's a principal. What can you do? So those are my pros for the movies, and I listed my con before of how it's not so much horror. And even though I put comedy as a pro, see, I can do these type of things, but just live with it. But this has been a Scream review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I know my points are very simple, so just bear with me. It's kind of like my thing. I love doing simple type of stuff, because once I get too complicated, I get lost in my own words. So thank you for watching, or well, thank you for listening, I should say, and have a good fucking day.